So, you want to know something hilarious? Apparently Nintendo really didn't like my Star Fox Zero review from 7 months ago. Because when I put it out, they decided it'd be a smart idea to put a copyright claim on it. Yeah. Now, naturally, since they don't own a video opinion on a game, especially a game that was the worst selling in the series on the worst selling home console that they've ever made, one that they don't even make anymore, I went ahead and disputed it. Of course, they didn't like that. They went ahead and reinstated their claim. So, I mean, I could have disputed it again, but then I would have just gotten a copyright strike. So I decided, let's not. And that's kind of why it's been a while. Kind of why I've been away for a while. But then just randomly I decided to look at my video, and they took away their copyright claim. So, I'm back. With all that being said, gather around, fellow nerds. Let's discuss Cubix, Robots for Everyone Showdown on the Nintendo GameCube. The fuck is a Cubix? Oh, that's a Cubix. You ever have thoughts about shows you faintly remember watching as a kid? Cubix is one of those for me. I can't really remember what it was about, the characters, or even if I enjoyed it, though the animation is still pretty terrifying. But I do remember renting the game from Blockbuster and liking it. Yes, Blockbuster. I'm showing my age here. Naturally, I decided to add a copy to my collection, and that's sound editing. Wow. Wait a minute. I know that voice.
I'm surprised that we haven't seen Dr. K's robots again. I would have thought he'd want as much Solex as he could get.
So in the Cubix universe, our game follows a group of kids in Bubbletown, that's just silly, and their friendly discount Optimus Prime on a quest to stop Dr. K, who actually has some pretty cool robot designs, by the way. The Mad Doctor's plan involves infecting all the other robots in town with a blue haze called Solex, making them go insane with the intent of stuff. Yeah, it's not really explained, and the game is actually pretty light on the plot, but if it means we can make robots go all Rocky Balboa on each other, that's fine with me. You'll quickly notice that the voice acting is incredibly average, and the character animations are honestly sort of atrocious. The world itself, though, is actually fairly pleasing to look at, with all the vibrant colors and admittingly simple layout. It is a kid's game, after all. And look at all the donuts! That explains this kid. Now, it's obvious not too much effort was put into how everything looks outside of the color scheme, since textures are extremely simple and everything has a sort of cheap feeling to it. Though since I did admit to it being a kid's game, I probably shouldn't be too harsh. I will be a bit harsh on the sound editing and mixing here, though. It's really not all that good.
No hint that day that Dr. K was scheming, or that his plan had gone so terribly wrong. My chores had been interrupted by fixing Cubix when we arrived in Bubbletown, and the adventures that followed.
Gameplay-wise, Robots for Everyone is a mix of overhead platforming / puzzle solving and turn-based fighting. None of the puzzles are really that difficult, mostly involving just stepping on buttons and lifting boxes. Jeez, this kid is ripped. But the biggest gameplay chunk is the turn-based combat. Each robot falls into a certain type like electric, strength, fire, and stuff. Each has advantages or disadvantages over other types, basically think an easier version of Pokemon. Whenever you go into combat and you're facing another robot, this targeting wheel pops up that rotates. In order to secure a hit, you gotta make sure that your little targeting arrow lands in the little blue thing. Each consecutive hit you land means that you can just keep on going, with the potential to never really let your opponent have a turn. It's not as easy as it sounds, though, since each hit you land makes your little accuracy area thingy smaller and smaller, and the wheel will turn just a little bit faster. It's not very complicated, but it does its job. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't find the combat to actually be pretty fun. And by the way, I don't know much about the show, but I do like some of these robot designs. Cubix himself looks a bit generic. Like I said, discount Optimus Prime here. But some of the other ones look really cool. Like this little trash can dude. It's like a mix of a bird and a trash can. I actually kind of want one. He's just cute. He's just cute. Outside of the main single-player story mode, the game does actually come with a few multiplayer minigames, kinda like Pokemon Stadium on the N64. They're nothing special, but it would do enough to keep little kids entertained. One of them is actually a little bit fun, it being the little trash can game with the little trash can bird. I just really like this guy. Cubix Robots for Everyone Showdown is basically just an average kids game based on what was probably just an average kids show. It does its job, and the combat is actually a little bit fun, if simple, and the mini games aren't that much to write home about, but again, they do their job. Yeah, 5.5 out of 10. Maybe it's beatable in one sitting. Possibly. Well, that'd be a fun one to do. Oh hey, you just caught me trying to decide what game I should review next in my next video. If you have the time, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below, as well as ring the little bell, that way you'll always be notified when I upload something new. Also, don't forget to leave a like and a comment if you so wish, and help spread the word about this channel to help me grow and get our community bigger and more thriving. As always, disrespect your surroundings!